Yeah, it just shifted. Just that whop.
Yeah.
You heard it.
Yeah, I heard it. All right, guys, we are out in the Trans Am, driving around, taking it for a cruise. I think I'm making a little more boost than I have been before. I talked to my tuner and went over some things with him and scheduled a time to get the car back to him. He told me another hose that I need to check to make sure I'm not getting a boost leak, and I capped some stuff off. Went running the other night, didn't get any videos. It was kind of raining, so it wasn't too good, but went out the other night and it felt like it was running a whole lot better than it has before, but it's dark and I don't have my backlight set up on my gauge, so I didn't see how much boost I'm making. Well, right now we're taking this thing for a cruise, and my little brother and his wife are behind us in their Mustang. They're actually looking to go trade that thing in, but I thought, hell, I was gonna take this for a drive, and they were pulling out at the same time. So hell, let's go play around a little bit. So we're gonna go get on the highway here and see what we can do. About to make a run once we get up over this little hill here. You can see. All right, you honk it. Yeah, that was spinning hard. Woo, I carried that out to like 130 too, I think. We'll do a little 0 to 60.
Man, it's been a fucking minute, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, Rex's vet is all done here. Got the valve springs knocked down. Look at the dust.
It's like coming out of the crib.
Yeah. Pulling out of the garage for the first time in like almost 2 years. Yeah.
Sounds good, man.
Hell yeah. Woo, baby. Damn, man. This thing's got a good feel to it. Holy crap.
What time is it?
A little after 10. Yeah, man, that sounds good. All right, guys, it's streetcar takeover prep right now. Got Funky Town Connor Brown in the building, and we're going to try and knock a couple things off the list real quick. All right, so I've already gone in here and taken off the hose that goes from here to here, and I've already loosened up the PCV hose here, and I've taken the nut off of this guy down there. So now I'm loosening up the alternator bracket to get the hose off so that I can move. I'm gonna take this bolt out, lay this alternator out of the way to get it out of here. It's all pinched, not pinched, but it's tied in there. I couldn't get it out without moving the alternator or taking the fuel rail off. So I'm gonna move this alternator and get that out, and then we'll figure out what we can do to mount that to our catch can. All right, so the alternator is off. And then I pulled this guy off the end of the PCV hose. This is that nut that was down there and what goes to your intake manifold. Just pulled that guy off of right here. That's a little nipple. Thinking about running the catch can line down along here somewhere and mounting my catch can over here. This isn't the line I'm gonna use. This just came with it, so just threw it on here to kind of mock it up. So I want to mount it in here somewhere about, you know, something like that maybe. And then I can route through here and then across underneath the intake manifold. I think that's what I'm gonna try for now, guys. I know this is probably just a not a very good way to do it. I'm just gonna try this and see what happens. And we're just gonna learn and see what happens if you do it this way. So this is gonna be just a quick slap it together kind of way, and if I'm still having, you know, any type of issues, I'll get check valves, and we'll eventually get a better catch can too. I'm just throwing this guy on here for now. So I'm just gonna play with this. We're gonna see what happens with this one. Got some spark plugs to throw on this guy. And we're gonna pull the valve covers off, put some new valve cover gaskets on it, and just try and clean it up some in here. I'm going to get it retuned next week, and I want to do a fresh air inlet. So for now, I am going to go to a hardware store and get like a 4-inch PVC 90, and put a coupler on there and just 90 it down, and maybe put a filter on it. And do that for now just so we get it tuned, so all the air intake temps are right and everything, until I can order the aluminum one, because if I order it right now, it wouldn't come in time for the tune. So this is the first rendition of what I was going to do for the fresh air inlet for the turbo. Where I messed up was 4-inch PVC piping and coupling is measured in ID, inner diameter. So when I needed a 4-inch OD, well, 4-inch ID coupler to hook onto the 4-inch OD turbo flange for the inlet, that's just where it was all messed up. So this is actually 4.5-inch diameter, so this would not clamp on there. So I got a good old paperweight. Now you'll see what I did though. I like what I did instead of this a lot more. It's quite a bit cooler in my opinion, and I think it's going to work really well. All right, so we got the valve cover off on this side. It was definitely leaking back in there in the back corner. It was leaking quite a bit. It was running down the head between these two primaries as well. It was running in that darker spot on the header flange is where it's been burning for sure. You can see where it's burnt up some. No, everything looks good inside of it though. All the rockers seem good and everything. So we got the plugs out of the other side and they all look good. Nothing's burnt up or nothing on them. So everything's looking pretty good. We're gonna get a new gasket on this side, and get the sparks plugs changed on this side and put it back together, and we'll go from there. All right, so yeah, the spark plugs and coil packs and everything are back on and in. Everything's connected back up. I just gotta come through here and tighten some things. I think I've already tightened up my bolts here and my bolts here, so I just need to tighten the return. Yep, got to tighten the return on the bottom of the regulator where I took that loose, and then I have got to put some zip ties back on some of these vacuum hoses that I disconnected. Put some zip ties on those. Clock that guy. Been horrible about filming lately because I've been working on this thing just kind of as I can on a case-to-case basis. I have got the AC compressor, the compressor bracket, and the hoses out of here. I'm going to keep a hold of these things because, like I've been saying, I want to go back with AC in this thing eventually, but for now it's kind of cluttering up under here, right? The hoses, we're cluttering up this guy. Yeah, just slap this guy on here. This is going to be our fresh air intake for now. I am about to loosen the clamp on the turbo and clock it forward, point it forward. So right now it's pointing straight down, but I'm going to clock it up to where it's pointing out here towards the front of the car here. But while I was down there, this was cluttering up that area, those hoses, so I went ahead and pulled all that off. That's probably a good 20-25 pounds off the front end of this thing, so that's going to help out a little bit, I would think. Alright guys, so we're getting ready for Streetcar Takeover. It's the Friday before the event. It's Friday today, tomorrow. It's time to hit the track. So what we're doing right now is some last minute prepping, getting the car ready. And good news is my tuner Dustin, I was trying to get my car over to his house last minute yesterday, but after talking to him for a minute, he said he's going out to the track too. So what we're going to do is we're just going to end up doing some data logging and stuff. He's going to throw his computer in here while I make some passes, and we'll really get this thing dialed in. So that's very exciting. The crazy part is, well, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me show you what I've done just now. All right, so we have got some drag radials on the TA. They came off the, there's the TA wheels on the. I just wanted to throw these radials on for this event. It's a Streetcar Takeover event. And if y'all didn't know, I have been disqualified from this event from running my slicks. So I wanted to make sure I had some radials. Lucky enough, that all worked out getting that car. It had these on it and some skinnies on the front to match. So I still got the black wheels here. Still got the black wheels and the slicks, but the inner tube that was in this one was split all the way around. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna run in a class yet or not. So if I don't run in a class, I could have just ran the slicks, but if I end up wanting to run a class, it's gonna be good that I brought those. So that's where I'm at right now. All right, we are all loaded up, about to hit the road. Got probably 400 pounds worth of crap back here. Got the subs out, but I got some cleaning supplies and some fluid, some transmission fluid and stuff. Got my jack down there, racing suit. Got some more stuff in here, some spark plug wires, my helmet. Got some tools there. We're gonna do it the right way since Streetcar Takeover. Got most of it loaded in here. In my wife's car, I got some wrenches and stuff. We're gonna put a ice chest in there, but we're gonna drive this thing out there on the wheels we're racing on with the tools and everything. So it's kind of a legit setup. So when we get out there, obviously all that's coming out and going in the back of her car, but I'm gonna ride out there with it. So yeah, we're about to hit the road. Oh man.